Hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Cat Sports. Today, we're going to actually talk about something a little bit different than what we usually would, but we're going to talk about Spencer Torkelson and kind of why he gets all the hate around him that has been happening throughout this year. Uh, Overall, stat wise, he actually hasn't been doing too bad, right? He's batting a 228, uh, has 18 home runs, 63 RBIs, and a 721 on base plus slugging, which really isn't too bad. The average could be better. But on a team that you have, that's not bad at all.
No, I really liked how he's come along. I just don't get this, this negative attitude toward him. I hear it a lot on the ticket, and from other sources. I think he gets a bad rap. I think Torkelson's actually one of the guys I'm most looking forward to seeing next year. Get how he improves. I think he's come a long way. He is become a quite a good defensive first baseman.
Yeah,
I enjoy watch. I just don't get the hatred toward him, or not so much hatred, but just feeling like he should be farther along. We'd all like that, but that's not always the case, and he
yeah,
seems to be progressing. Last year he was bad, but
but you rushed him up.
right, we
You
rushed him
like,
up. And if it takes him till he's 25 to get to that point that we need him to be at, great. As long as we see progress, and we do. I mean, I this year I think he's had a really good
yep.
year.
So far, like the last 7 days, he played all 7 games, right? 25 at bats. He had one double, 6 hits, three of them were home runs and four RBIs, and also had two walks. He did strike out 8 times though, so I mean that I feel like that's a little bit high, but that's not that
It
bad
is.
of a week, right? 3 homers in the week and having four RBIs. Overall, in the month of August so far, he has hit 3 home runs, which were all this week, and all his RBIs were this week. So I mean, it's first couple weeks of August. He didn't do much the first week, but he's been doing good for the most part throughout this year.
Right.
He did start off a little bit slow, but I mean, I don't see why he can't hit 25 home runs, be near 75 RBIs or above that, and maybe even get his average up a little bit by the end of the year. He
Yeah.
might be a 250 hitter by the end of the
Right.
year,
I mean,
depending
this
on what
is
happens.
all looking to see if these guys look. Certainly, I think he's one of the guys we're going to be counting on in the future. I think next year he'll have a big year. I think my prediction would be he'd bat around 275 with between 25 and 30 homers and probably close to 90 RBIs. That's what I'm looking for next year
Yeah.
with him.
So far this year, his strikeouts, he has struck out more this year than he did last year, but he's also played more games. He's played
Right.
6 more games to this point than he did last year. So he is up on his strikeouts. He struck out about 20 more times, which is not the greatest, but I mean, he's trying to make contact. He has also walked more this year. So it's either he's getting more walks, he's getting
We're
on
seeing this
base.
going in the right direction. So I don't get why he gets so much bad press. Um, I'm looking forward to watching his progression and seeing how he plays next year. And the Tigers are quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Um, but hopefully, we're going to get better and better under Scott Harris. We'll see how he does if they're buyers this year in the off season, or how they're going to improve the team.
Yeah, I think it will depend on how much they improve will help his improvement, right? He's only 23. So he still has a long time. We only drafted him 2 years ago. So it's not like he's been playing that long. He still has things to learn, right? I think he was playing mostly third base when we drafted him and we moved to the first base. So on
Right.
top of that, he's getting used to another position, let alone be first base, but it's still a new position than what he was mostly playing. But I don't see any reason why he should be hated on as much as like Baez on the team is getting the hate as much as him at times,
Right.
and that's not as deserving.
I mean, he's a young kid. I know, understand. I understand he was taken first overall and stuff. So maybe expectations were a little higher, but so what? Um, we got to start giving these kids time to get to the place they need to be and stop, putting all this pressure on them, especially when it's unnecessary pressure because I wouldn't care if he batted 320 right now. It isn't going to really change where the
No,
Tigers are at.
it's not.
So we want to see, let's kind of like keep it positive for him.
Yeah, fielding wise, as you were talking about, who you liked his fielding. His
I'm
fielding
impressed.
percentage last year was a 999, so almost perfect in the field. He had one error last year. This year it's a 993. He's had 6 errors this year.
But as you said,
So
he's played a lot more.
he's played 6 more games to this point in the year.
Well, I still think that's pretty good. Pretty darn good.
It's not bad. No, only 6 errors, 1 error last year. So I mean, his defense is pretty good. I mean, for again playing position he doesn't usually play, it's not bad. 115 games in the field and only making 6 errors. Everyone's going to make an error. No one's really that perfect. But it's not that bad. He's been a pretty decent player. I expect him to be better. I mean, if he falls off next year a little bit, that's what's going to probably end up happening if you don't get the right coaching. But he's been coached pretty well. I don't see any problems
Right.
in him and why.
All right.
But, that being said, right, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Right, share the video. And until next time, hope to see everybody soon.